Eat this. Drink that. Go. With Jimmy Cephalo and Brenda Bassett. Eat this, drink that, go.
Hi, everybody. Welcome to HCA East Florida's Eat This, Drink That, Go, presented by Salud Maria 104 Brickell City Center and the Greater Miami Convention and Visitors Bureau. I'm Jimmy Cephalo, along with the producer and co-host Brenda Bassett.
Hey there.
A couple of bookkeeping options for you. Remember, we air on Saturday morning, WIOD, 610 on your AM dial, 9 to 10 a.m., of course, on the Beach Channel as well. You can see us TV, the Beach Channel, Channel 19, ATTG Verse Channel 5, and we air worldwide on iHeartRadio as well. So come in and join us. And on Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, it's Eat This, Drink That, Go. And on Twitter, it's Eat, Drink, Go. It's a lot easier to remember. Our first guest is somebody who's an old friend, who's been around for a long time in South Florida.
He's a young friend.
He is a young friend.
Not that long.
One of the
young old friend.
One of the pioneers of the culinary world here in South Florida, Stephen Haas, the executive director, and Chef Ismael Lasalle, the executive chef from the new Miami Beach Convention Center, and of course the chef from Center Plate, one of the largest caterers in the United States. That's including Orlando. And the new center is beautiful, isn't it?
No, it's spectacular. It's really over the top.
Better than beautiful.
Is it all ready to go?
It is just about there. We're about 95% finished, but we are operating.
Right.
Our Basel comes in very soon.
Right.
And I would say in the next couple of months we will be complete.
Right, and that's where Center Plate comes in, right, Chef? I mean, you have so many events coming in, you need a great caterer, and that's where Center Plate and Chef Ismael comes in.
Thank you.
What kind of things can we expect? Big conventions coming in, besides Art Basel. You've got the Super Bowl coming in next year. You've got some great events.
We're so excited about the Super Bowl.
Yeah, I bet you
2020 is the year of Miami, and we're praying the Democratic National Convention.
Right, and you also then have the college semifinal that's going to be here at the Orange Bowl at the Hard Rock Stadium. So lots of great events. Do you specialize in any type of cuisine, or do you do about everything?
Well, I do a little bit of everything, but I specialize in Latin, Caribbean cuisine.
Right, Caribbean cuisine. Sounds
and
great.
catering big, large events.
Yes.
Huge
I mean,
events.
huge events. What's the largest event you've catered?
Off-premise and a Center Plate property, it was 12,000.
Oh,
breakfast, lunch, and dinner.
my goodness.
How in the world do
And
you
you-
feed 12,000 people?
At once.
One at a time.
Exactly right. You know, that's the hard thing about this. Now, how many people can you fit into this very large, brand new convention center on the beach?
Well, it depends on where we are in the building. The building is now 1.4 million square feet, and we are so excited because we now have the largest ballroom south of Orlando. We can do a sit-down dinner with staging, with a runway, with dance floors for 4,000 people.
Wow. And of course, you're soon, in the next few years, you're going to have a brand new hotel there, too.
That's one of the most exciting components, a necessary component, and I'm
Right.
so happy and I'm so thrilled that Miami Beach voted for it.
Right.
And it's going to be what's going to enclose the campus. It's going to complete the entire project, the hotel.
Right. And you're probably already hearing from people.
Everybody's excited about
Right.
it.
Yeah.
It's really a positive thing.
And the great thing about it is it brings jobs to South Florida. You know, the
Yes,
Greater Miami
yes.
Convention and Visitors Bureau, which is the impetus for a lot of bringing a lot of people into South Florida. It's job creation, it's chefs, it's waiters, it's valet people, it's you name it.
It
All
makes
of the
their
above.
life a lot easier. Being
It
able
does.
to book these big conventions
Right.
because we'll have the hotel.
Right, exactly right.
Yeah.
All right, what have you prepared for us today,
Oh, my
Chef? Because
God.
these things have become really popular across South Florida.
So right here we have a grass-fed tomahawk prime rib. And it's
gorgeous, by the way.
marinated with herbs, garlic. And we are going to serve it with roasted broccolini, baby carrots, roasted chipollinis, and fingerling tostones. It's a little version of the Latin
Right.
fingerlings. We steam and mash them, and then we toss them with a pecorino and truffle oil.
That's absolutely gorgeous. I mean, it's terrific. I'm wondering, how do you serve this? If you're going to serve a lot of people with this, you do X amount for a table?
This family style, yes, this right here will feed up to 10 to 12 people.
Because it looks like it would be, a plate for Brenda. She'd sit down to that. She'd tear that up. I mean, it's absolutely gorgeous.
It's perfect.
Now, when did these become your popular, Steve? I mean, you've owned restaurants forever.
Right.
Forever.
What restaurants have you been involved in? Can you?
Oh my
Can
God,
you
my
rattle
list.
them all off now? The list?
Sure. Well, my last restaurant was City Hall, the restaurant.
Yes.
We
which
love
is
that.
fabulous.
Before that, I had Soika with Mark Soika, and before that, I ran a company called China Grill Management,
Yeah.
which was Tuscan Steak, Red Square, China Grill,
right.
the Delano Hotel, and the Sagamore Hotel.
And the News Cafe you did.
The News Cafe was part of the Soika Corporation.
Okay.
And before that, my claim to fame for 11 years was the Forge.
And
Oh, I
you
didn't know that.
introduced Miami Spice.
I did.
Yeah.
Miami Spice is now 17 years old. I am so proud of this program, especially as the former chair of the Greater Miami Convention and Visitors Bureau. It's one of the greatest things that ever happened into the restaurant industry.
Yeah.
It is.
Yeah.
Here in South Florida, you talk
And
about
for
creating
the
jobs. It
residents
really
as
did.
well.
We did. Not only did we create jobs, we saved jobs.
Yes,
at
you
Miami
did.
Spice.
Yeah.
It started.
And restaurants probably too.
And
saved
we
restaurants.
we
Yeah.
actually have. We actually have been told because of Spice, we kept our doors open.
Right,
Wow.
because in the summer here in South Florida for a long time, it was a slower time of year, and so restaurants that might have been okay
be
during the
struggling.
season
Exactly.
were not okay during the summer and couldn't get through it.
And the waiters
now
and
they can.
waitresses weren't making tips
Right.
and
The
And
whole
they were
thing.
being,
money, it was
and the
just
big
a
thing was they
whole-
were being laid off. You know, the summer months
Right.
is when you got laid off.
Right.
Well, now it's actually most restaurants report the 4th and 5th busiest months of the year are Miami Spice months.
Isn't that great?
Wow.
It is
Terrific.
great.
that is such a great story.
All right, how do we taste this thing? Because Chef,
Yeah.
I don't know, boy, you could beat a large child with that thing. I don't know. I don't know what to do with this. Look at the size of this. I mean, how do you approach this?
I'll slice it for you.
Okay. I was hoping he was going to say that. As a matter of
I
fact.
think you should just pick it up by the bone.
Right.
and
Exactly.
gnaw on it.
Yeah,
that's how-
well, that's the other
Like the
option.
That's how we would
Flintstones.
eat it.
Yeah, that's a Fred Flintstone bone, that's for sure. So if people want to start booking conventions, who do they call? How do they work this?
Well, they can call many. We operate the building. The building is operated with two different entities. There is Spectra, and there is Centerplate.
Right.
Spectra actually manages the building itself, and most of the time when you're booking through the Greater Miami Convention and Visitors Bureau.
Okay.
So there's three entities that are actually bringing in business into the building.
Is there some new introduction to this? I mean, as you look at a convention center across the country, are we doing something special here? Besides, we have the beach right around the corner and all these things.
One of the greatest things we're doing right now, and I'm so proud of this project, is the Taste of the Redlands. All the produce I put on display today is actually grown right here in Miami.
That's great.
And
Right.
Centerplate and the Convention Center is completely involved with the Redlands. We are focused on the farms. We are doing everything we can to embrace the farms and bring fresh produce and vegetables and herbs into the center on a daily basis.
And see, that's so important too. When you talk about job creation, those farmers there needed help for a long time, and this kind of a program will certainly be able to do that.
It will, and it's already starting.
Right. In fact, one of our sponsors
One
is
of our
one of
sponsors
the
is
farmers
Nana's
from there.
Green CSA, and you can pick up your shares at any local Whole Foods.
Right.
It's very easy. We split a small share, and it's a whole bag of just what's come out of the ground.
Yeah, no, so you're going to get the freshest things from Centerplate,
Right.
and from Chef Ismael from the Redlands, which is also
And it's everybody helping
important.
each other.
Yeah.
Everyone.
You know, I love
and
that.
it's so important. It's so important to have the freshest, hottest, and newest, but it's also what they're growing down there. It's so unusual. You know, we brought things like guanabana and passion fruit and dragon fruit and star fruit.
Guanabana, is that the naughty thing on the
That's
top?
exactly what that is.
Yes, I was like, I don't know what that is.
It's the knobby thing on the thing.
It's
around
the
it.
knobby thing on top.
Grab something. I think you're going to need a knife to be able to cut through that. So the whole building is ready to go. We have so many wonderful events, beginning, of course, with what's been going on and what has gone on with Art Basel. The Super Bowl is always an important element. And you know, in the past, the Super Bowl, the NFL really couldn't go to the beach because they didn't have the hotel
That's
there.
right.
And they love the idea of the convention center. But this thing has just been completely redone from the top to the
It's
bottom.
the jewel box of Miami. It really is. It's a spectacular building.
him just keep
way
talking so I
overdue,
can-
and it's exciting, and it's exciting to watch people when they walk in because everybody knows this building. Everybody loves this building.
Yes.
They're in shock when they walk in the building and how spectacular it is now.
Okay, I'll let you have it.
Oh, thank you. Now you can talk to Steve and Chef Ismael, all right? Is there going to be enough parking for everybody?
Actually, on the west side of the convention center, which used to be the parking lot, which had 900 spots, is going to be slated, and that completes the project, is a park for the neighborhood. And parking is now the roof of the building, which also will have 900 spots.
Wow. So there'll be valet parking, of course.
Valet and Uber and Lyft are taking care of a lot of the spaces now.
You see, that's a great part of it too, be able to go anywhere from the beach and be able to go out there and get it done. So we're going to come back, we're going to taste more of this wonderful food. We'll tell you more about the convention center, Chef Ismael's background, and of course Steve Haas and all the things that he adds to the table. We've got some other great events coming up. We've got David is here, our crazy mixologist. He is making some wonderful cocktails for the holiday season because we know you want something special and festive and fun. It's all straight ahead, right here on Eat This, Drink That, Go. We're pleased to be joined by Stephen Haas and Chef Ismael Lasalle, the executive chef for the brand new Miami Beach Convention Center. And Center Plate is with, Chef Ismael is with. And he's brought some great food. We tried these tomahawk chalks. They're
That were just-
spectacular. Just spectacular.
Seasoned perfectly.
Yeah, it's absolutely delicious. And
really,
I
really
love the
good.
idea that the produce is being grown right in the Redlands,
Right.
right here in South Florida, helping our farmers. The freshest ingredients you're going to find, and you can get it with Center Plate and the folks at the brand new Miami Beach Convention Center. Let's talk a little bit as we do some things though about what is this fish?
Right here we have and cobia is
Right.
actually farm raised but in the ocean.
Oh, nice.
We've had the founder of that on the show
Yes.
before. It's wonderful.
It's a great
fish.
idea.
Great-
The
great
fish
fish.
is much
Yes.
better than you might find anywhere else. I mean,
Yeah.
Kobe in the ocean, it's absolutely spectacular. Steve, why don't you tell me about Chef Ismael? Because I know he doesn't want to talk about himself.
You know, I've been in this business a long time, and
Yeah.
I've dealt with some of the greatest chefs in the world and some of the greatest restaurants around the world. I got to tell you, the culinary team of Center Plate for the Convention Center is probably the best team I've ever worked with the executive chef, sous chef, and the executive chef. Ismael, I know his favorite cuisine is Latin, but he's so diverse. He can literally create whatever I throw at him. I don't care where it's from. I don't care what part of the world it's from, and I don't care what we're talking about. He always seems to know what I'm talking about, which really impresses
You're
me.
speaking the same language. We're
speaking the same
And
language.
let's bring in Josh too, because Josh Hagan is the executive sous chef.
you doing?
Josh, thanks so much for being a part of this. You helped with all of this preparation, and it's just absolutely wonderful, and we appreciate it. We don't have another mic for you, but I wanted you to be able to come on camera and be recognized for all this wonderful food that you helped prepare.
Right.
And I just got to say that this is the team. I can't ask for anything
This is
better.
the
This is
A-team.
it. This is the A-team. Listen, the city is expecting so much from us right now. The
Right.
convention center is the hottest building in Miami right now. And I'm lucky enough to have the hottest team in Miami.
Well, they were smart enough to hire you too to bring
Yeah.
you in. Nobody has more experience in doing this kind of thing than you. I don't think there's anything they can throw at you that would scare you. Because I have a feeling, Chef, that when they say we got 12,000 people coming,
We're ready.
you're ready for it.
ready.
And that means you've got a lot of things to prepare and get ready for
And that's
the
going to
chef.
help
Yeah.
that's going to help your blood pressure.
Oh my gosh. But I'll tell you what helps also is this brand new state-of-the-art 10,000 square foot kitchen that was designed just for them.
We got to get a tour for this thing.
yeah.
No, this kitchen is
should
something,
do a
it's
show
over
over
the
there.
top.
Well,
You
that'd
should.
be fun to do.
We
I'm
should do a
good.
show
We're good
over
with
there.
that.
10,000
Okay.
In
square
the
feet.
tasting room,
That-
in the
That would be
kitchen.
That's
fun.
remarkable.
That would be fun.
All right, how do we taste that? Because is this sashimi?
This is going to be a tiradito.
As you
What is that?
Tiradito. It's like a crudo,
Oh,
raw.
okay.
I'm just
All
going to dressing. I'll get you.
Yeah, all right, well, you get going on that. You also brought a second fish that looks delicious as well.
Yeah.
Is there anything that does frighten, is there anything concerning about any of this? The NFL calls and says, all right, we're going to take all the owners, we're going to have the big giant NFL party. It's always the night before the Super Bowl.
Until I got to know the team, I was nervous.
Right, right.
I am no longer nervous at all. We're prepared.
prepared.
We're prepared.
And
We're
you-
prepared for
Ready for
whatever.
business.
We are.
Yeah.
We're prepared for anything that's thrown at us.
And I know you know where all the bodies are buried in South Florida, which is important. They come in and say, we need ice sculptures done, right?
So we'll have ice sculptures.
Right, and you know where to go.
Absolutely.
Yeah. See, that's the great part about the experience that Steve brings to the table,
Right.
and Chef Ismael as well. He spent 17 years working at Center Plate in different locations, including Hard Rock Stadium.
That's right.
Right.
Well, it is not, like the food is critical and the dining experience, but there's the set, there's the screens, there's the projectors and whatever they're
There's everything.
playing and stuff, and you coordinate all of that.
It's unbelievable what takes place in the building, and it's unbelievable how much can take place in the building. With the 5 ballrooms, with the halls, with everything. It's 1.4 million square feet, and we're feeding breakfast, lunch, dinner, receptions, coffee breaks, everything, and 88 meeting rooms where every room could have something different going on.
So you're walking a lot more steps these days.
A lot more steps,
So in
more
other
than I
words,
ever have.
so you can have a lot of events going on in the building.
A lot.
Man, that's the
Really
exciting
tasty.
part. That looks delicious, Chef.
looks
You put some,
Well, what we have here is cobia,
Right.
and ocean rays.
delicious.
And we took lychee and key lime and we made a dressing. And we finished it off with a little bit of red chili flakes just to give it a little heat.
Oh, this looks so wonderful.
And
It's
let me tell you
gorgeous.
something
trying
that
to get
I
it on
found
my
very
plate
interesting. I didn't know that we grow lychees in South Florida.
I was just going to ask you that. You do?
And this comes from Dakota Farms. And one of the greatest things I'm involved with right now is something called the Taste of the Redlands, which
Get the bite.
once a month we have a spectacular event taking place in the Redland area.
Oh, nice.
And Dakota Farms is the ones who supply all the lychees. They have 875 lychee trees. I was in shock to
Wow.
see such fresh produce growing
Right.
in our backyard.
Right.
Now, what website can you go to find out that
Taste of the
events-
Redland.
Taste of the
And the next
Redland.com.
event is actually a brunch at a place that is so spectacular called Patch of Heaven. And it's on December 16th. This is a brunch you cannot miss.
Oh, nice.
And also look on the website for when Chef Ismael and his team will be hosting one of the dinners.
That sounds wonderful.
Oh, doesn't
Chef,
that sound great? And it's a nice drive
it
down
is.
there.
Is that a different fish over there?
It's the same.
It's the same fish. Hey, look, I'm thrilled with this. This is one of the most spectacular. You know, the meatiness of this cobia is spectacular.
And I gotta, what are these? Tell me.
Those are fried plantains, just a little garnish. You can eat it, add a little crunch.
They're wonderful too. You know, the whole idea of not only having this wonderful space here in South Florida and Miami Beach, but also this spectacular culinary team creating this kind of a meal with the freshest ingredients grown right down the road from us in the Redland really does make us special.
It makes Miami shine.
Right.
You know,
It
people then leave and start and keep talking about it.
Because
keep talking
we are
about it.
competing with all other big cities across the country.
That's
now.
right.
And we couldn't do it before that convention center was up to speed and before the hotel is being built.
We are up to speed.
Right, I know you are, and I'm excited about that. All right, any big event coming up that we need to know about?
'Cause
Art
we're
Basel.
December 8th. Art Basel was wonderful, wasn't it, this year?
We're right in the middle of it.
Yeah. So.
And I'm so excited. And it's their 17th year, and they're so excited to be in the brand new building.
Oh,
And I think it's going to be the best Art Basel ever.
When you look back, Steve, at your career and all the things that have happened in South Florida, 17 years ago, Art Basel came here. 17 years ago, you started Miami Spice.
That's correct.
That was a key year, wasn't it? In bringing
certainly was.
the whole thing together in South Florida. Where are we now in the culinary scene, do you think, worldwide or
Oh my
in
God,
America?
it's moving so fast, and there are
Yeah.
trends happening that I've never witnessed before.
And Johnson
ever.
and Wales University is
Right,
there
they're here too.
And it
Yeah.
really starts with the Redlands. I have never seen a trend happening. Every convention that calls me now, the first questions they're asking me, are you farm to table?
Farm to
Right.
table.
Where is your produce? Are you sustainable in the building? Are you everything?
Are you
they
green?
want. Are you
Are you-
green?
yeah.
All of it. I'm so surprised of where we're going and what direction, which is so positive.
Well, look, it's really great, and I live on the beach, and so I've watched that convention center be redone, and I know it was difficult for residents in the beginning, but boy, the result is spectacular, and what it's going to do for us as a community going forward was worth the a couple of the traffic castles that occurred. Don't be
That's right.
concerned by that. We're thrilled to have the new Miami Convention Center here on Miami Beach, and I got to tell you, this is some of the best food we've had. Normally,
Thank you.
chefs wouldn't take on what you do because you want, a small group. Let me cook for 40 people. Let me cook for 60 people on a big
Actually,
Friday night.
we have yet to cook for 40 or 60
Oh
people.
my
Yeah,
gosh.
you put a couple of zeros in the back end.
Exactly.
All right, it's the brand new Miami Beach Convention Center. The hotel will be coming on in the near future. Celebrate it, tell your friends about it, and if you have any access to a convention, bring it to town.
There
Thanks,
you go.
Steve. Thanks,
Thank you,
Chef.
guys,
Thank you,
so
Chef, too. We
much.
appreciate
It's
it.
always
We'll be back with
fun.
more right
So
after this
wonderful.
with the mad mixologist.
The
I
Mad
hate to streak that go.